Hello everyone, it is I, the one and only King Mac, and welcome to the special presentation on YouTube. All month long, we are going to a galaxy far, far away and celebrate the 45th anniversary of Star Wars with game reviews, podcasts, and more. Be sure to grab a hot fresh cheeseburger with some french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Thank you all for watching, and now here is Tony, aka TTBurger88, to bring you this special feature presentation of TTBurger Game Reviews Star Wars Edition on YouTube.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to more TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube, and I'm your host Tony, and today is the month of May, and we all know that May 4th is Star Wars Day. So to honor Star Wars Day, all month long I'll be bringing you Star Wars videos, ranging from game reviews, podcasts, top 10 lists, and more. And let's talk a little about Star Wars. Those of you who grew up in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s know what Star Wars is. You probably got when you were a kid. You got the Star Wars trilogy on VHS. You got the original and altered version, the special edition, stuff like that, with the new changes and everything like that. And the original Star Wars trilogy is definitely, all three of them, A+ in my opinion, definitely. Some of the best movies out there, science fiction, action, and more and more and more. With some likable characters like Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Darth Vader, and more and more and more. But today, like we already know about the movies, but we're gonna be talking about the games here, some Star Wars games here, because we gotta talk about some Star Wars games about the Star Wars here. So that's what we're gonna be doing, made by the company LucasArts, and this is what we're gonna expect on the channel all month long. There will be podcasts, top 10 lists, like I mentioned, game reviews, and other surprises there. And for the first review here, game review for Star Wars, we'll take a look at the first Star Wars game on the PlayStation and a first-person shooter on the PC and stuff like that too. I will not be looking at the games based on the prequels, because I didn't care for the prequels, and I will not be looking at the ones on the sequel trilogy, so I will not be looking at Battlefront 2015 or Battlefront 2 2017. I will not be looking at Force Unleashed 2. I didn't like that game. There won't be any of the movie-based games or any of this stuff, and I wish I could talk about Star Wars Rogue Squadron games, but I don't own a Nintendo console anymore, because I remember Rogue Leader was one of my favorite games on the GameCube, and it's a shame that the game was not re-released like how Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy was, Jedi Outcast, and Republic Commando and that more stuff, but what can you do? And of course, Knights of the Old Republic, I really couldn't, I really don't have an Xbox anymore either. My Xbox got fried, so not there. But we have a lot of Star Wars we're going to be talking about here. And this part, we're going to be talking about like the first game in the Dark Forces Jedi Knight franchise here. And this is Star Wars Dark Forces for the PlayStation and PC release on November 30th, 1996, back when I was only 8 years old and in 2nd grade in elementary school. Now, Star Wars Dark Forces is an okay, average Star Wars game, but it needed more time to iron out the problems that plagued it. I can't fault it too hard because it was the very first Star Wars FPS game, and improvements were to be made in the sequels and everything, but it really has not aged all that well and stuff. In the end, we have a game that could have been better and stuff, but it still tried though. The story of Dark Forces puts you in the role of the mercenary Kyle Katarn, used to be an Imperial. Kyle steals Imperial's plans for the Death Star and learns of a new class of stormtroopers called the Dark Troopers, who have the ability to destroy entire rebel bases immediately, which poses a big threat to Kyle Katarn and the rebels and everything like that. And with the help of his partner and girlfriend Jan Ors and Mon Mothma, who's their boss, they must stop these Dark Troopers before it's too late. That is the story, the gist of it. I like the story, it's pretty good, it's not the best story, but I like it in my opinion. It was a good story. The presentation of Star Wars Dark Forces, the graphics are not very good. While the planets you explore are big and colorful, they feel very similar to one another, except for like a color swap. Character models look okay, even though their mouths don't move all that well. It's like a sock puppet or so. The gun models are the best part, huge variety in each weapon, especially like your blaster pistol and your blaster rifle and stuff, and they look they look good, but here's the bad. Pixelated really badly, making the graphics look flat, not very good. On top of that, the game's frame rate is not very good, dropping the single digits at the worst times possible when the action is getting very hot. And sometimes the lighting can get very dark, forcing you to use your flashlight, and while it helps, it has limited battery power, and if you can't find any batteries in each level, you are screwed, and being stuck in the dark is not fun. And the only way to see where you're going is by shooting your weapon, by wasting ammo and stuff, but you know, why waste ammo and stuff? Might as well just restart the level. The sound is a mixed bag, and music, while it's good, it's a bunch of meaty sounding Star Wars tunes and stuff, and some sound okay while the others sound awful. I had to turn the music off to avoid copyright claims there, but then again, we already know what the story sounds like. The voice acting is the best part. A lot of voice actors do a great job, but Kyle Katarn's voice actor sounds emotionless, like he talks in a monotone voice with his arms crossed the whole time. The Stormtrooper enemies in music, they repeat their lines over and over, which gets irritating, and it's going to want you to turn off the voice acting. But that's just me, though. Gameplay, I have a lot to say here. For starters, this is the first-person shooter with the Star Wars license. You go around each level as Kyle Katarn, mowing down Stormtroopers and Dark Troopers and more, and that's the basic concept of the game. Going through and shooting to the Stormtroopers, all within your objectives and such. Your objectives in each level range from collecting an item, finding a target, rescuing a character to advance, and inventing switches to advance more and more. As Kyle Katarn, you go through each level to get the objectives done by platforming and shooting, hiding and shooting, crouching and shooting, jumping, and more shooting, and more shooting, and shooting, and shooting, and shooting more Stormtroopers. There is not really much variety in the gameplay. The objectives remain the same throughout. The levels are big, and this leads to one of two main complaints. The levels are huge, making it easy to get lost, and there are a lot of dead ends in the levels where you'll find yourself back at the beginning and wondering how the fuck I got there in the first place, how I got back over to the beginning and wasted time, and just, and there's so many dead ends that it makes it more frustrating than it should be. And certain parts of each level look the same, which adds to the frustration factor. You have a map that you can bring up by pausing the game, but the map takes up the whole screen, which does not help much. And another thing there is that, like, there are certain levels where once you clear an objective, you have to go back to the beginning where your ship is, or the hangar. And that is a pain in the nectar, because what if you don't remember how to get back there? You're going to be spending an hour or so running around the map like an idiot until you think, oh, there's where I gotta go. It was hidden over there the whole time and stuff. That's just an annoying there. I mean, it's annoying there. Like I mean, the Raven's Claw should just pick me up. I should just complete the objective, and then boom, the level ends. Now, I don't understand why they did this. And it just, the difficulty is very, very, very hard, and you can get mowed down by the Stormtroopers very easily. And the the jumping is pretty insane, where you have to be careful not to fall. With the levels being huge, it's easy to get lost inside that. And there's like the two complaints I have. There's like easy to get lost, and of course sometimes you have to backtrack to the beginning to complete the level, which I don't understand why they did that. I mean, can't I just finish levels so I complete my last objective? If you don't know how to get back, then you're gonna be wandering around like an idiot. Just leave me scratching my head, wondering what the fuck. Then the whole time with these it was right there the whole time. With these problems, it really affects the score I'm going to give it. So it's not going to get a super high score, but it's still got some redeeming factors in it. Final thoughts there: if you want a 3D first-person shooter, and like one of the first 3D first-person shooters with a Star Wars license in it, then Dark Forces should be worth looking, but maybe just a rental. I give it a 6 out of 10 because of the problems I had with it. It's still an average game, just it could have been better. The sequels did it much better. And that's it for this video here, episode 220, part 1 of 1. Star Wars month continues, as we're going to be taking a look at more Star Wars games coming up on the PlayStation, and PlayStation 2, then PlayStation 3, then PlayStation 4. What we'll be covering next, we'll go with another PlayStation Star Wars game based on the Galactic Civil War, the original trilogy. If you want to have a guess what it is, find out. All I gotta say, if you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. Join my Discord group, TTBurger Gamers United, my Facebook group, TTBurger Gamers Group, and like my Facebook page, TTBurger88. If you have any requests, just comment down below. And if you wait, I'll get to the questions when I get. Which all I gotta say is Tony, peace out, have everything, see you on the next Star Wars game review. Take care everybody, may the Force be with you.